How's it going, guys? Flickify here, and today we have episode 55, my career mode with York City, and I'm excited to bring out today's episode. It's been a while since I've done a career mode episode, and it's good to be back again. But yeah, if you guys can remember from the last episode, we got a transfer offer for Jason Walker. Unfortunately, transfer offer talks got broken down. I think that happened last season as well, so that's a little bit unfortunate to see. I guess Jason Walker really wants to stay here at York City, which is kind of weird, seeing as he doesn't even get any playtime, but I guess I can't blame him for wanting to stay at his club that he's been with for forever, since, you know, he has been here since the start. But we go into the first match of the episode against Millwall, who, as you guys might know, are not doing too well in the championship this year. Sorry for all you Millwall fans out there, but I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Millwall was completely terrible in this game. You can see there, Jensen gets our first goal in the 18th minute, but Millwall, this is probably one of the worst teams that I've seen play in this career mode. And it's not that I think Millwall's a bad team, like, in real life, but in this season of career mode in FIFA, they are just completely horrible. And I don't think they're even that bad of a squad. They're definitely, attribute-wise, I think they might be better than us. But there you can see an injury occurs to Mokhtar, which is a huge loss for us, because he has been such a key player for us, and it's actually a broken elbow, which can be quite serious. So we'll see how long he's going to be out for after the game. We do get an email showing how long he's going to be out. So we bring in Video, who is a good substitute, and luckily enough, I did sign some wingers at the start of the season, so we do have some replacements for Mokhtar. But there we pick up our second goal. It's going to be Isacek who gets the header goal off, I believe it was Video's rebound shot. So we were really off to a nice start, and here in the 45th minute, we're still trying to play some passes around, and just look at this passing, guys. That we have so much open space, and it's actually John McGreedy, who hasn't gotten a start in ages. He actually gets a goal for himself, which is really cool to see. This is probably one of the only games I'll ever start this season. I don't even know why he was in, but he did get the start, and he got himself a goal, which is nice to see for him. So we go into halftime, up 3-0 against Millwall, so we pretty much have this game in the bag. So I do make some substitutions, bringing in Chikuchi and Matty Blair, who I've just continued to keep playing. And here's just an example of how bad Millwall is. That was kind of embarrassing, to be honest. He headed it right back to his own player who was offsides, and that was really I just threw that in because I thought it was pretty funny. But look at this strike from Video, really showing why he should be a starting player, which he probably will be, since Mokhtar might be out for a while with that broken elbow. So it's good to see that he can still have some nice finishes. And it's going to be Chikuchi who gets a shot off, and that's going to hit the upper 90, goes off the post of the bar, whatever you want to call it, and it goes back into play. But we get the 4-0 win there, so a really dominant performance against Millwall. Wasn't really expecting that big of a win, but I'm definitely happy to get those wins. And you can check out the stats here. They didn't even get a shot on target, which is kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But you can see Mokhtar is going to be out for 2 months, which that's more of an estimate. You know, it could be more or less than that. So hopefully he's back a little bit sooner than 2 months, and we can have him back in maybe a month and a half. But here we get a transfer offer for Michael Potts, and a really low offer, but I did decide to go ahead and accept that because I do want the funds right now. I'm really broke as we speak right now. So I do need the funds, so I will really accept any offer that comes in for a player like Potts who doesn't get too much playtime. He might get a start every once in a blue moon or something like that. And there you can see we actually do sell him, so he was happy to leave York City to another town where you might get more playtime. So we get 300,000 there, which is a nice little addition to our transfer sum, so I can kind of get more of a little bit of a balance between the wage budgets and the transfer budgets. And here I'm looking for some more cash. I go ahead and go with the transfer funds request at the board. I put in a 2 million offer, which is a little bit ambitious, but I do up the offer, saying I'm going to achieve a high finish and reach the round of 16 in the cup. And if you guys can spot it right now, we do have an upcoming FA Cup match against Manchester United, who are obviously the recent champions of the Premier League, so they're going to be a tough opponent. And there you can see the board is not really happy to pay that much to us. So I think I do submit a new offer, a little bit less, and hopefully the board will accept the second one that I send them. And here you can see I do down the offer. I put it at 1.2 million, I believe. Yes, I do. And I believe I put the same criteria there. So hopefully the board goes in and accepts that. We'll see after the Manchester United match what their reaction is to my transfer offer request, or transfer funds request. And you can see also I do send out one of our scouts to Central Europe, actually Germany, looking for a winger, and he will be out there for 3 months, so hopefully we can find some more talent. I have had success in the past looking at Germany for different players. I don't know why that is, but Germany just seems to work for me. I guess all those young Germans are just completely stacked, because as you guys know in real life, they just have an immense youth squad. You know, all their players seem to be, they're starting to even go to the Premier League and leave the Bundesliga a little bit. But here we go into the match against Manchester United, and here I thought that maybe something happened like an offsides, but it was actually an own goal. I was kind of surprised that I don't think that was an own goal, to be honest. He looked to just try to be contesting the shot. But regardless, we go into halftime down 1-0 off the apparent own goal from Darmian, that's his name. And yeah, we go off on getting a corner kick here in the second half, and we actually force a penalty. I think it was Dos Santos who forced it, which is good to see because we are looking to tie the game up against Manchester United. And to be honest, guys, I did play pretty well against these guys. I was going for more of a possession-oriented attack because it's going to be hard to break down this team, Manchester United, because their defense, really their whole team is stacked. But Sorrentino steps up to take the kick. David De Gea goes to his right, and Sorrentino kicks it to the other side. And we tied the game up at 1-1, so we're doing really well at this point. And we're looking to get a second goal because I didn't want to get a draw. I don't know if we can even happen as draw or we're going to penalty kicks, but we're looking to get a goal there. And off the deflection, David De Gea nearly outdove the ball, but luckily for him, it did hit his chest, and the game was kept at 1-1. So we do make some substitutions, bringing in Jensen, who, as you guys know, is our quickest player. So hopefully I was able to break down their defense. But here, it's going to be Robin van Persie who finds Kagawa, and Darmian, he forces a penalty there. He's had a really rough game, and that's really hard to see. You can't be giving up penalties, especially against Manchester United, because they have RVP, who's going to step up to take the kick. Darburn staring him right in the eyes, trying to get where he's going to kick it. Robin van Persie, with a little bit of a starship, goes down the middle, which I was so frustrated with. Had I just stayed down the middle, I would have made an easy save, but unfortunately, I did dive, and the game was 2-1 at that point, and that's actually how the match ended. So we definitely put up a fight against Manchester United, but they ended up with the win. So, to be honest, I was happy with that result. We'd had some tough breaks there with Darmian forcing the penalty and the apparent own goal. But there you can see the stats. We really played well. We had more possession, more shots than Manchester United, but, you know, it's all right to get a loss, and we did put up a fight against them. And we actually get the transfer funds request accepted this time. We get 504,000, which is something. Any bit of extra cash is going to be helpful for the squad. And maybe I can even bring in a player during the remaining of this transfer window, the winter transfer window. And we actually get another transfer offer for Sorrentino. I think I had him up on the loan list at one point, but I decided to go ahead and reject this after a bit of thinking, because Sorrentino, at this point in time, he is our starting striker, and I'm not really too happy with how he's performed so far. So I'm going to keep Sorrentino at the striker role, the starting striker role, and keep Jensen on the bench, and he is a good substitute to make. But we go into the last match of the episode against Nottingham Forest, who, you know, they are sitting pretty low in the squad, and they do have some nice kits there. I like the socks with a stripe pattern. But yeah, we can check out the league table here after our win after Millwall, and we're still sitting at 4th place in the league. A little bit behind that 3rd place position, but hopefully we can go ahead and continue to move ourselves up. And I'm pretty happy with that 4th place spot. You know, I'd obviously be happy if we're in the top 2. But we had a really boring first half, no actual shots. And we do make some substitutions at halftime. But here in the second half, things come to life a little bit. We do make a nice tackle to get the ball out of the box. But Nottingham Forest, looking to break through our defense, they actually do get the opening goal of the game in the 59th minute. So they do get the 1-0 lead on us there, and they were looking for some more here. You can see their players were just continuing to make a huge run on us. It's like a 4-on-3 at this point, and they're going to find Pringle on the side, who's going to try to just maneuver around our defense, and he does tuck that one away into the far net. And in the 70th minute, they get a 2-0 lead, and that is how the match will end. A 2-0 loss to end the episode. So we did have a good match against Millwall, but a little bit of a poor performance against Nottingham Forest. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of my career mode. If you did, I always appreciate likes and comments. And this has been Flickify. I hope to be talking to you guys again soon.